Hi, back with another video.
Now in the last two videos, I made sure to talk about how to get your diet all set up to start gaining weight and what I think is the four main things that you need to know when you get in the gym to start gaining weight. Just to say them again, they are hypertrophy, progressive overload, focusing on yourself, and most of all, it's safety. Now we're gonna get into the actual fun things that we're gonna do in the gym, the things that are actually gonna start making us muscle. I'm gonna start telling you guys the 6 lifts that I think that any beginner should use in their routine, and that most people who've probably been in the gym for a while already have in their routine. These are lifts that I've been doing back in the day that I learned from my coach when I first started doing football, and that I continue doing to this day. And like I said, that most advanced people and most people who've been lifting for a while, most probably already have these lifts already incorporated and are centered around these lifts. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I promise you, if you go and do this research on your own, these lifts are gonna come up when you look up the top lifts to start building muscle. These lifts are gonna come up, and if you just look and ask like the opinion of people who have been lifting for a while, I promise you that they're gonna tell you that these lifts that I'm gonna be talking about are gonna benefit you and they're gonna help you start building muscle. So trust your brother. I almost said your brother, so trust your brother, and let's get into it. Now, before I go and actually show you guys how to do the lifts, because I'm actually gonna go in the gym and show you how to do the lifts with right technique and how I do them, I actually wanna talk about what these kind of lifts are, because these kind of lifts are called compound lifts. There are multiple types of compound lifts out there, but I'm only gonna show you guys the 6 that I use and incorporate in my routine. There are many benefits to having compound lifts incorporated in your routine. Just to name a few, the first one would probably be since that they involve multiple muscles in just one lift, you're able to push more weight in that one lift. And anytime you're able to push more weight in that lift, you're able to tear more on that muscle, and that is gonna cause you to have more muscle growth. And like I just said, because they involve multiple muscles in just one lift, you can be more time efficient because you don't have to sit and work out each muscle for each set. You can just do a few sets of compound lifts and make sure that they are still getting you the work on each muscle, and make sure you're still getting the work on the muscles that you're targeting. And I would say not the last benefit, but like the last of the couple I'm going to tell you would be that compound lifts, you're having your muscles retract and contract together, and whenever you're having your muscles retract and contract together, you're working on the timing with them together. And when you work on that timing, it's going to help you have more mobility. So that's going to help you in your daily life when you're moving, or if you're like you're an athlete and you're on the field and you want to help with mobility and like explosiveness on the field, on the court. That's also going to help just because you're having those compound lifts work together. Before I go into the gym, first it's probably going to be nighttime, because I'm not going to go in the gym during the day and have all these people in there watching me film myself, because that's awkward. But before I go in the gym, I wanted to say that you should incorporate isolation movements in with your compound movements. Just have compound movements in the center of it. But I say that you should have isolation just because they kind of help each other, because when you do compound movements, you're going to have some muscles not get the same work as some other muscles, because when you do a lift, it has multiple muscles, but it can focus more on like one muscle. And the way that you don't have one muscle get stronger than the other is that you go and you do isolation movements after the compound movement. So like I said, they kind of work together. I can explain it better and more when I'm in the gym, where I talk about the lifts and how the lifts and what muscles it works out, and I can explain to you what muscles it taxes more than others. That bug was trying to go in my eye. Yesterday I tried to film and there were so many bugs. I'll have to like do a clip, but I caught one. The motherfucker goes, "Bow!" But there's so many bugs yesterday. It's a little cleaner today. It's a little clearer today. Sky is blue as fuck today too. So it's a nice day. Oh, see? You see? Caught that motherfucker too, Mr. Miyagi. But I'll see you guys in the gym. What up? I'm in the home. This is where I go to the gym and lift. It's just a pretty basic gym. But like I said, it's nighttime because I was going here when there's no one here. I had to wait a little bit because people was here late. They was getting their late lifts in. But I'm after work, a little tired, but I'm still here to show you guys these 6 compound lifts. So let's get to it. So the first of the 6 lifts that I want to talk about, just to also say, remember, you gotta have your compound lifts be the main focus of your lift. But the first of the 6 lifts that I'm gonna be talking about is called the push press or the overhead press. The overhead press, it works out your shoulder muscles, and it also works out like your arm muscles, of course, because you're pushing it up. But then it also works out your traps and like the top of your back and the middle of your back, which is like rhomboids. But for a demonstration, what you should do is when you get it, lift it up. I usually do about a thumb's length away from the smooth, and you hold it right there, and you push up. And when you push up, put your head through, and come back down. And when you're coming back down, try not to like bring it down to like your shoulders or anything. You're gonna hold it up right above your chin, and then you push. And when you push, I don't know if any of you guys are Dragon Ball Z fans, but when you push, it feels like you're holding the spirit bomb. Like Goku's about to fucking throw that bitch at Frieza. That's just how you should feel when you're pushing it up. You should have all effort going up, and you shouldn't really have any jerky movements or like any jumpy movements, especially if you're just starting, because you shouldn't be doing a lot of weight. But like I said, what you're gonna do, you get your thumbs about a thumb lengths away from the smooth part. You get your feet set up about a shoulder lengths apart, and then you explode up. When you explode up, you put your head through, just so you can like have more stability, and you come back down around your chin. Remember, explode like you're holding that spirit bomb. I had to put the tripod down because my ass is tall, and we're about to be squatting. But the next of the 6 compound lifts is the squat. The squat is probably the best lift for your legs. It works out your hamstrings, it works out your quads, it works out your calves. You use your core to help hold the weight up and everything. And it just helps like with testosterone and like building muscle, just because you're just fucking pushing that weight. But I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys how you should be doing a squat. I'm sure all of you guys know how to do a squat or heard someone explain to you how you should do a squat and how you should be getting low. But hey, now you just have me telling you. But when you get it, it's about the same as a push press. Or for me, what I do is I do thumb lengths away from the smooth. Go underneath. I'm doing back squat, but there's other variations of the squat, like the front squat, the goblet squat. But I do the back squat more often. Hopefully this is low enough, because I try to get low enough. But you get about shoulders length apart, and you get ready. Make sure you got your back straight, and you're getting low. And you get about 90 degrees. You can go lower than 90 degrees, and then you explode up. And when you're going low, make sure you're keeping your chest up and not going down like this or like wiggling. Make sure you're keeping your chest up, and then explode up. I say explode up so that you can, like, I always just say explode up because I was an athlete, and my coach always explained in the weight room, whenever we're pushing the weight back up, you gotta explode, because just have more effort, and I don't know, it makes me feel more like a beast, I don't know. But I'll give you another example. Get it, put it on your back, a little bit on like your traps, not really your shoulders. Get your feet a length away, go down low, get that booty low, and explode up. When you explode up, make sure you push through your heels, not like the tips of your feet, don't be on the balls of your feet, be on the back of your heels. And when you explode up through the heels. That's about it. The squat, like I said, is like the best leg workout. I haven't been doing legs in years. I've just started doing it like the last month, and I'm starting to get a little definition in my legs, and I like it. So make sure you guys are squatting. We're not just gonna be those freaking top heavy guys. We gotta have some legs. But let's get to the next workout. Shit, we even got even lower. But the next of the 6 lifts that I want to tell you guys about is the third one. It is another great lift for your legs, and I would say like all around body, because it just doesn't incorporate your legs. It also incorporates your back and a little bit of your arms and traps. It's the deadlift. You see the bars on the ground. That's why I went lower. But like I said, the deadlift, it works out more of your hamstrings a little bit more, and then also works out your traps and your lower back and a little bit of your middle of the back. But I'm gonna give you a little demonstration about how it's supposed to be done. These ones are great for hip explosion if you're an athlete. But what you should do, I don't really know like the exact places you're supposed to put your hands. I'm just telling you the way I was taught. And I always just do is thumb lengths away from the smooth part. So I do thumb lengths away from the smooth part, getting down low. When you're ready, you bring it, at least for me, when you're ready, you bring it to your shins. You get a nice low position, and make sure you have a nice feet. There's like shoulder lengths apart, and it's just like the squat. You explode through your heels. That first one wasn't really the best example. I kind of did it fast, but I'll show it to you again a little slower. Make sure your chest is up too. You don't want to have a lot of bendy back. You see a lot of bendy back with people who are deadlifting a lot of weight. But chest up. Make sure you got that butt low, low. And explode through your heels. When you go down, I'll show it to you. When you go down slower. Don't just drop the weight. I kind of just dropped it because I was only doing one set. But should be controlled at all times. Just feet are shoulder lengths apart, and explode. Keep that chest up and pull. And pull. But that is the deadlift. Deadlift is a great lift. Like I said, I haven't been doing legs for a while, so I haven't did deadlift for a while. But I've been doing it like the last couple months, last couple weeks, and it's a great workout. So this next lift, I actually didn't do in high school. I just started doing it and just kind of learning it now. This last couple months after doing research, it's called the bent over rows. We just did more dumbbell rows in high school, so I figured that's probably why we didn't do bent over rows, just because it wasn't needed. But bent over rows is actually a very good workout. One, because it has the bar. Whenever you have the bar, it's like extra weight and there's extra stability. But the bent over row, it helps with like upper back, your lats, and of course your arms because you're pulling it, and your traps a little bit. I'll give you a little demonstration of it. Like I said, I didn't do this lift for a while. This is kind of a newer lift for me. But what you should do is same arms hand length away, thumb length away from the smooth. And when you go down, kind of get down into a RDL posture where the bar is just like below your knees or just on your knees. And what you do is you just lift up right to your stomach, nowhere higher. Just lift up and go back down. And it's just like that. Nice and easy. Nice and smooth. It's pretty easy. It's just like that. Only thing I would say is make sure that you keeping your back straight on all like these workouts. Your back straight is a big thing because you don't want to have back injuries or have any back soreness and stuff just because you're overusing your back because you don't have right technique. That's why I'm kind of emphasizing a lot of these, the technique and actually making sure you're getting the right movements and you're getting the right position to do the lift. But that is the but is the barbell rows, and it's a good workout for your back. All right, we're on lift number 5. Jesus, it is dark over here. On this side, it's not good lighting, but we'll be fine. But we're on lift number 5. This lift is just the pull-ups. Like I said, but I'm sure most of you guys have done pull-ups in your life, have tried to do pull-ups like for gym class or whatever. But pull-ups are great workouts for like your lats and getting that V shape. Great workout for your back and of course your arms. It's a very simple thing to do. When you're doing pull-ups, if you do it wider, that's when you work out the lats more and it'll be a little bit harder. But you can go close grip and it's easy. It's just pull up and down. Or go on the outside, it's like this, wider grip, and that's when you get more of the lats. And it's just up and down. If you guys can't do pull-ups, you can get a band and you hook the band up to the top, you tie it, you put it around your foot, and it makes it easier for you to have pull-ups because it helps you, it just helps you pull yourself up. So if you can't do a pull-up, I would recommend you do those bands or do a lat pull down, just because that's a great workout and you should have it in your workout. But on to the next one. And the last lift is a lift that you guys probably have also seen before, or probably seen videos of motherfuckers just pushing mad weight. It is the bench press. The bench press, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun lift for a lot of people just because it's just arms and you just fucking pushing and just feel like a beast. But the bench press, it helps with the front of your shoulders, the front delts. It helps with triceps and of course the chest. You know, you're trying to get those man titties. I'm not trying to have a bird chest, but grip, same thing with everything else. Well, actually, grip with this one. Grip with the bench. I put my pinkies on this. You can either go thumbs length away from the smooth, which I've been doing for a while, or you can go pinkies on this little smooth ring. And I recommend, if you're doing barbell bench, to start with the bar if you've never done it before, just because it's very dangerous. If you don't have a spotter, that should just come down here. You're going down and just boom, you're just dead. Just over here, can't be able to do anything because you don't have a spotter, and it's very dangerous. So start with the bar, but get your fingers, your hands at the position I have mine on the rings, the pinkies on the rings, pinky ring. Then what you do, it's very easy. You just go down, control it when you're going down. You don't have to go that slow, but control it when you're going down, and then explode up. Control it when you're going down, and you maybe can do a little pause at the end, and then boom, explode up. It's easy. Boom, boom, boom. You most likely don't have to touch your chest. I just was taught that way. When you touch it, boom, that's when you start. That's my indication to explode up. But you don't actually have to touch your chest all the way. You just need to get it low. And if you have longer arms, it's probably gonna be a little harder. Like for me, I have to push a little further than other people. But the bench is a great workout for the chest, and it's a great workout for fun. So you should make sure you have it in your lift because, like I said, it's fun and it's just a good way to push a lot of weight because you have multiple muscle groups, like I said, in the compound lift. Oh, also, I did say that I was going to explain a little bit how you can incorporate some isolation lifts in your compound lifts. And a great example is here at the bench. It mainly works out like your chest and the front delt, but it also works out the tricep. Because it's involved in the lift doesn't mean that it's going to get the same amount of work as you're doing to your front delt or your chest. And that's when you bring in isolation lifts, because the bench doesn't work out your tricep as much as the other lifts, and you want to still work your tricep out because you don't want to have one muscle be less strong than the other ones. And then that's when you do isolation lifts, you know, maybe some tricep pull downs or some, that's a tricep extension. But that is like a good way to incorporate isolation lifts in your compound. I'm sure I'll have more videos in the future about how we can have more isolation lifts in the compound, isolation lifts in your compound routine. But hopefully these lifts, you put them in your lift, you put them in your routine, and hopefully that you actually follow the technique and actually do safety. So, peace out, guys. It's late as fuck. I'm about to go home and do some chilling, maybe watch some One Piece. Hopefully you guys are having a great, it was be daytime when I post this. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I love you guys. Thank you for watching the last video. If you watched it, I'm sure I'll have some kind of bloopers or something at the end of this video. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I kind of ramble a little bit, and this ain't the most professional thing, but I'm working, so that's all that matters. So, deuces, love you guys, and get in the gym. Yeah. Oh. I slapped that motherfucker hard as hell.